Good afternoon, friends. Today we are going to study experiment number 1. So, experiment number 1 to 5 we have completed in our last lab session. Theoretical part we have completed in the last lab session. Now, today we are going to do a practically. As we all know that experiment number 1 is related to find out the nodal voltages. Okay, so we have the circuit number 1 and circuit number 2 for the odd number student and the even number student. So how we can connect on the breadboard and how we can verify with the help of practical, we will learn today. So for that, what we have to do, we have to connect the circuit on the breadboard. So we are having 330 ohm resistor, 330 ohm resistor, 330 ohm resistor, 220 ohm and 220 ohm. That is 3 numbers of 330 ohm resistor and 2 numbers of 220 ohm resistor, and 2 voltage sources should be there, 5 volt and the 15 volt. Okay, so why requirement is what? 2 5 volt and 15 volt voltage source. Okay, 220 ohm resistors that are of 2 numbers and 330 ohm resistors which are how many numbers? 3 numbers. Okay, and we want to connect some wires over here, so I need connecting wires also. Okay, connecting wires as well as some pins for the ground and voltage source to connect the ground and the voltage. So how we can construct this circuit with the help of breadboard? So we are having one dedicated key, okay, that is power projected board. So on that board we are having the facility of breadboard as well as the power supply as well. Okay, so 5 volt DC we need, 15 volt DC we need. Okay, so that we can have on a single board, which is I will show you, and how to connect all this circuit using this board I will explain you over here. Okay, so this is our breadboard. So this project board is having two parts. First part is your breadboard part and the second part is your power supply. Okay, so as you can see over here, that is 5 volt DC power supply is given over here, plus 15 volt which is variable, it is available from this port, minus 15 volt DC variable is available over here. So plus 15 volt I can vary by moving this probe. Okay, and minus 15 I will vary with the help of this probe. Okay, right now I require two only, that is plus 5 volt and plus 15 volt. Okay, so what I will do, I will construct or create the circuit over here. Okay, and I will give the power supply from this side. Okay, and I can take the readings. Okay, as you might you might be knowing the arrangement of the breadboard, but I will just revise it. Okay, so this strip is having some connection which is vertically connected, so these dots are vertically connected and these dots are connected, or these knobs are connected horizontally. So horizontally they are connected in the group of 5 as well as in the group of 5. So these 5 are internally connected, 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 and these 5 are internally connected. Okay, so all these 5 are connected. Okay, but this 5 and this 5 are not connected. So that means the group number 1, which is having the combination of 5, and group number 2, which is having a combination of 5, are not connected. Similarly, the upper one and the lower one are not connected. The upper one and the lower one are not connected. Over here, upper one, lower one, upper one, lower one, this 5 are connected, but this horizontally they are not connected. So that means this is not connected with this one, but this is connected with this. Okay, so I have to connect in this manner. So how many numbers of resistors are required? Okay, total 5 numbers of resistor required, 330 ohm and 220. Okay, so for that we are having a various resistors are available with us. Okay, so we require to identify which resistors are there. So I can find out the value of the resistor by using the color code method also. Okay, and with the help of some multimeter also. Okay, so I will show you the resistor which are available with us. Just wait for a minute. So these are the resistor I am having. Okay, so you might not be that much, it is not visible to you, but I will send you the photographs of this also. So what I will do, I will check with the help of multimeter. So what are these values? So this is the multimeter. We have connected the multimeter in the ohm range as well as in the common. So what I will do, and I will move this probe to the ohm. Here you can find the symbol of ohm, that is nothing but the resistivity of the meter. Okay, it is over here. Okay, so what I will do, I will connect this resistor into this two knobs, that's knob number 1 and knob number, okay, and I will check what are the value of this. Okay, so as you can see 325.2, okay, so it is not approximately 330 ohm resistor. Okay, we can say it is 330 ohm resistor. So I will separate it out, the 330 ohm resistor. So these are nothing but the 330 ohm resistor, and this resistor, another resistor, I am having the value of 214.9215. Okay, so this is nothing but 220 ohm resistor. Okay, so we require this 330 ohm resistor and 220 ohm resistor with us, with us. So I have separated out. Okay, now I want to connect it. Okay, I want to connect all the resistor on the breadboard. Okay, so where is our main circuit? Our main circuit is this 330 ohm resistor, okay, which is connected over here, that is 220, 330, 220 and 330, and 15 ohm and 5 ohm. Okay, so what I have to do, first I have to take this 330 ohm resistor. So I am taking this 330 ohm resistor, so I will connect it like this. Okay, so breadboard 330 ohm resistor, okay, so this 330 ohm resistor is connected right now. Okay, the leg of this 330 ohm resistor is connected with the 330 ohm again resistor. Okay, so I will take this 330 ohm resistor. Okay, I will connect the 330 ohm resistor like this. Okay, so I will connect in this one. I have connected the 330 ohm resistor in this machine. Then there is 330 ohm resistor again connected. Now 220 ohm resistor I want to connect. So I will take this 220 ohm resistor. Okay, the you need to assure that this 3 point should be at the same point. Okay, so I have connected this. Okay, so first one, it is connected over here, second one is connected over here, and the third one, this one, is connected over here. So as you can clearly see, these three are connected vertically, that means they are connected on a same node. Okay, so these three are connected right now. Now this 220 ohm resistor is connected, this one 220 ohm is okay. Now I have to connect this 330 ohm resistor. So I will take this 330 ohm resistor. So 330 ohm I have to connect at the end leg of this. Okay, so now my circuit will be like this 330 ohm. Now which resistor I have to take? 330 ohm we have connected. Now I have to connect this 220 ohm resistor. Okay, so I will take this 220 ohm resistor. This 220 ohm resistor I have to connect over here. Now whatever the connection we have made on the breadboard, I am drawing it over here. We have connected this register, this register, this register and this register. We have connected our resistors in this fashion. Even though I have connected in this manner, this is automatically connected. Why is this automatically connected? As you can see over here, as I have said earlier, this 5, this 5, this 5, this 5, this 5 are internally connected. Okay, so this line from starting from this node to this node, okay, it is internally connected. Okay, if it is internally connected, this end of this register and this end of this register is automatically connected. Okay, now what was our main circuit? Our main circuit was like this. Okay, we have done this and this. Now we have to connect 5 volt and 15 volt. Okay, so as I have said earlier, we are having one kit. In this kit we are having a power supply of 5 volt as well as 15 volt. 15 volt is variable, so from this knob I can use the power of voltage of 5 volt, and from this knob I can use the power of voltage of 0 to 15. So first I need to check whether the power voltage is available or not. Okay, so I will use the multimeter. Okay, with the multimeter I have to choose this voltage DC. Okay, so voltage DC right now it is 0. One I have to put it in a common point, and second one I have to put it on a 5. So as you can see clearly, that is 5.1.2. okay, it is nearly a 5 volt. Okay, now I have to use the 15. Okay, so as you know that this knob or this plus 15 volt is a variable. So right now it is, this knob is a least position, so you can get 0.6 volt. Okay, if I am moving this knob, the voltage is going to be increased. Okay, if the voltage is going to be increased, I need to set it to a 15 volt. Okay, so I'm just setting it to a 15 volt. Okay, so if it is set by 15 volt. Okay, right now it is 15 volt, so I have set it. Okay, I will use it another way. Now I have to connect this 5 volt over here. So that means what? Positive of plus 5 volt should be connected with this resistor, and positive of 15 volt should be connected with this resistor. Okay, so what I will do, I will take the help of some connecting wires. Okay, so this connecting wires will I will take from this point. Okay, why this point? Because it should be connected over here. Second point should be this. I'm zooming it for you. So the first point is this one. Okay, as you clearly. Okay, the second point is this one. Okay, now we have to connect to the 5 volt. Okay, as well as the 15 volt. So this 5 volt, I'm connecting it over here. This is the crocodile pin, so this 5 volt should be connected over here. Okay, it is 5 volt. This is 5 volt. Okay, so this 5 volt is connected this manner. So from this knob, this 5 volt is connected via. Okay, next is what? We have to connect this 15 volts. I will take the another crocodile pin. Okay, so this another crocodile pin should be set to a 15 volt. Okay, and that should be connected with your 15 volt. Okay, your 15 volt. Okay, so now I can again read of the circuit. We have connected 5 volt and the 15 volt. Okay, so in your circuit you will be having your circuit in this fashion, but in practical aspect you will be having a voltage source 5 volt and 15 volt source whose common point is actually 1. Okay, previously in our circuit whenever we are drawing, this ground is a different for this both, but in actual practice in any DC circuit the ground or the common point will be the same. So the common point is available over here, that is already here. Okay, you can see here. Okay, this common point is available over here. Okay, so what I have to do, even if I have not joined the circuit, this common is already joined. This common is already joined. Okay, now what is remaining? Okay, this and this. What is remaining from this circuit to this? We have to join the common point between these 2 points. What are these 2 points? First point is this one. Okay, and the second point is your common. So again I will take the this and I will join in between any point between this. Okay, and that I have to connect at the common. Okay, so where is your common point? Common point, I have connected the common over here. You might be not be able to see, but common point I have connected over here. Later on I am connecting this 5 volt. Okay, so the common point I will connect over here. Okay, now this is our complete circuit. Is somewhat tricky. Done. So we have connected the circuit like this. Now I want to find out the voltage across V1, sorry, the node voltage V1 and V2. Okay, so what I will do, I will take the multimeter. Okay, so the multimeter I need to set to a volt. Okay, then I will put the knob over here. Okay, so this multimeter I am putting it over here. Okay, and I will switch on the circuit. Okay, if I am switching on the circuit, this LED will glow. That means your power is available and the voltage is applied at the respective terminal. Okay, now see the knobs where I am putting it. Okay, your V1 is available at this point. Okay, I can choose this point or this point, whatever the connections are available. Okay, so this point and one ground common, so I can choose this point or this point or this point also. Okay, so if I am doing so, now I will switch on the circuit and I will find out the node voltages which we want to find out, that is V1 and V2. So I am switching on the circuit, so you will see LED is glow over here. Okay, I will put over here. Okay, that is the point number 1, and this point, that is nothing but the ground. Okay, as you can see we are getting 4.1. Let it be steady, because 4.53 or 4.57, that is V1. I have put one one point of the multimeter over here. Okay, so Right now I am simultaneously holding the multimeter and recording, so you are getting the fluctuation. Okay, so you will be getting 4.61 or something. Okay, now I want to find out V1, so I will put the another probe over here. So 7.37. Okay, I can move this point, that is a ground point, I can move it over here also. Okay, over here also,